So this week is nose to tail.
Very exciting.
Yes, which was requested by Pecorino, one of the Food 52 community. And we tested a lot of recipes and ended up with...
One of his.
Oh yeah, one of
his. For tripe.
Just for tripe. It's sort of in honor of Pecorino and the tripe lady. And
a beef cheek recipe by A. Argercy, and I may be butchering that name. I apologize if I am, but it's a basically slow-cooked beef cheek taco.
So delicious.
Yeah.
So we're going to start by cutting up the tripe, which feels a little bit like a wet bath mat. So you just open it up. Don't be afraid. It's very kind of wet.
Yeah, squidgy. While you do that, I think I'm going to get started on the marinade for my beef cheeks. So we've got garlic, some olive oil, honey, natural peanut butter, which I think adds a really great little oomph, a handful of cilantro, and these ancho chilies that were dried and they've been reconstituted and the seeds taken out with the water that you reconstitute them in, just a little bit, a few tablespoons, and then the spices. We've got cumin, instant espresso, smoked sweet paprika, and salt. And you just pulse it up until you get watery paste. And you just pour it over the beef cheek.
Yes, and if you can't get them, because they're not that easy to get,
that's true.
You can use short ribs.
Yeah, and you marinate these in the fridge if you're going to do it for more than an hour or two. Yeah. And they really should be marinated for, several hours or overnight if you can.
I'm just adding some salt, and I covered the tripe with water. I cut them after cutting them into strips, and I'm just going to stick them on the stove and let them simmer for about an hour and a half.
And we did this yesterday because these are onions that are pickled, and they have a beet in them, which turns them this lovely pink color. And you need to do this a day ahead of time to really get the full benefit. So they've got cider vinegar, a beet, some sugar, salt, and some cilantro.
Yeah, delicious.
So we'll use those later when we put the taco together. I'm going to brown these beef cheeks, which we started marinating yesterday. We cheated a little bit, which we don't normally do, but it was necessary. And brown them and then add a few other ingredients and get them in the oven to start braising.
And I'm going to start by... I'm making the sauce for the tripe. It's Trippa alla Romana, which I don't think I said earlier. And so it's red onion and some garlic that you, Pecorino says you can smash with a hammer, but I use my handy meat pounder.
But you didn't want to use a hammer?
So it's a little mashed up. The pieces are coming out.
Ooh,
and some red chili flakes, red pepper flakes. Okay, so my onions are just softening, and I'm going to add some celery, beautiful celery, and celery leaves, which people don't, I think, make enough use of.
No.
Yeah, and you'll notice that once the tripe comes up to a simmer, the smell of your house, the aroma of your house, kind of takes a turn for the worse for about an hour. So you just kind of cover the base with wine. All right, so I'm going to add tripe now, and we did a batch yesterday, and just breaking this apart. This feels really weird.
It does?
Yeah, but in a good way.
These are looking good. I think I'm going to call these. Flip them one more time.
They look perfect.
They do look pretty good. And I'm going to add some chicken stock, which I'm going to use to, I love this technique. A. Argercy tells you to swirl it around in the marinade so that you get it all out of the container. Which is brilliant. You don't have to do any scraping. Over. This is great that this becomes the braising liquid. Mm-hmm. And then the juice of 3 limes, which is, I think, what makes this dish really, really unusual.
It helps break down the tissue.
Yep.
And I'm just going to finish up my sauce. I'm going to add marinara sauce. And you make your own, but if you want to buy some and take a shortcut, we use Rayo's, homemade. So you let this simmer for about 30 minutes. I would say 20.
Cover it and put it in the oven. So now I'm going to take out the beef cheeks that we cooked yesterday. Cheated again. And you'll see, when I open this up, there's only one beef cheek because we ate the other one yesterday.
And it looks unpromising.
It does, but
it's really good inside.
Yes, it's misleading because it's delicious. And you'll see, we'll shred it in just a minute. So I'm going to just pull out this one cheek onto a cutting board.
Okay, I'm gonna let my drink sit while I cut an avocado for you.
Ooh, thank you. So now, because this is so tender, you really should be able to just pull it apart using 2 forks like butter.
Nice.
My beef is ready. Oh, perfect timing. And we've had some corn tortillas warming in the oven in tin foil. You want to make sure they're sealed, otherwise they'll dry out. This makes them nice and soft. Should we just do one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for it. You want to do beef and all?
Sure. Perfect.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put a few pieces of beef. Not too much because these are pretty small. Oops.
And it's also, they're super rich.
They are.
Put a little avocado piece or 2.
And a few of the pickled onions. I'm going to put a lot on there because I actually really
like them
these.
too.
I think they're
Yeah.
fantastic. And then put some cilantro.
Yeah. A few cilantro leaves.
And then the fun part. No, you have
Really?
first bite, yes.
Alrighty.
Do you want to plate up your tripe while I taste this?
Give me a while. And another great Super Bowl dish, tripe stew. Your friends will love you. So what you do is you just spoon it into the plate and make a little mess. And Giorino has you finish it with a little Parmesan cheese, pecorino Romano, and mint, which really brightens the flavor of the dish. And it also, must be said, looks beautiful with the mint.
Lovely. Really delicate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
I
so
was telling Merrill about how when I was at the food market in Barcelona, how at 9 a.m. there were a bunch of like market workers eating tripe stew and beer, and that's pretty much what
After working all night, right?
After
It was
working
like
all night,
their end of the.
And this is sort of our breakfast stuff. It's good.
Perfectly cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. So now you get to choose. Vote.